All right, guys, let's get some MLB plays and props for Saturday, May 11th slate of games. Trey, take a look at that leaderboard and have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0 at the moment. I gave out the under 7.5 total runs in the A's versus Mariners game. The third inning just ended 0-0, so Brian Wu and Paul Blackburn are doing their business.
Yeah, it says 1-0. I'm not quite 1-0. I've got the Braves minus 1.5 at plus money. They are currently in the top of the ninth. It's 4-1, so we need to hold on there. I'm not entirely sure why I said 1-0. I may have jinxed myself, but hopefully not. It's looking pretty good, though, right now. Trey, let's go with player props. Have you start us off?
Classic jinx. The player props, I am 1-0 so far. That's because I gave out Garrett Crochet over 15.5 outs versus the Guardians. Crochet, he pitched 6 total innings in this game. He pitched a gem of a game, so shout out him. And I also gave out Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases versus the Padres. I think that game just recently started as we were recording, so nothing to note for him.
Yeah, and I went 1-0 here so far. Tyler O'Neill over 1.5 bases, ripped a double in the first inning against Patrick Corbin. And then Tyler Glasnow so far, under 2.5 earned runs. They are through top of the third. It's 0-0 right now, so he's doing pretty well against the Padres. Trey, let's go to the game picks for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about this Cincinnati Reds going up against San Francisco Giants game, and I'm very excited to watch this game. We're getting 2 young, exciting pitchers here. The Reds are throwing out Nick Lodolo, and Lodolo, he has a 3-1 record with a 2.79 ERA paired with a 0.93 whip. So he's just been slicing and dicing on the mound this season while he's averaging 5.8 strikeouts per game while not even pitching very deep. It looks like the Reds are trying to ease him back from coming back from his injury. And the Giants, they're throwing out rookie Mason Black in this game. And Black, he has an 0-1 record with a 10.38 ERA paired with a 2.54 whip. Yes, he's only pitched in 1 game so far in his MLB career, but he got absolutely lit up against the Phillies, and I honestly expect Black to get lit up in this game as well. I'm going to take the Reds here on the road. I'm going to take them on the money line. I love that we can get them here on the money line at minus 112 because I just expect them to control this game throughout the entirety. I expect Lodolo to be able to hold the Giants to a low number, then hand it off to the bullpen and take us home. And whenever we factor in that this Giants team doesn't really score runs at home, they only average 3.38 runs per game at home, which is the 5th lowest in the MLB. We should see the Reds just take over this game, especially since the Reds are ranked in the top 10 in runs per game on the road with an average of 4.18 runs per game. We should see the Reds offense just send a couple balls in the bay and Lodolo hold the Giants to a low number. Give me the Reds here on the money line versus the Giants.
Yeah, Trey, I'd like to play there for you. For my play today, we're going to be looking at the Cubbies going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're finally getting the debut of Paul Skenes, one of the most hyped-up pitchers right now. He's getting his first start in the MLB after dominating in AAA. The Cubs are going to counter with Javier Assad, who's been wheeling and dealing, one of the best guys in the MLB right now. I know it's not going to be a popular play because Paul's been dominating in AAA. I'm excited to see him in this game, but I'm still going to take the Cubs here on the first 5 minus a half. I'm going to talk about Paul Skenes for my player prop, so I'm not going to touch on him for the game pick. I'm just going to talk about the Cubs. Javier Assad this season for the Cubs, he's coming in the 1.66 ERA and a 1.03 whip. He's been dominating for them. If we take a look at the Chicago Cubs team, how they're constructed, the pitching is the best in the MLB. And I'm on the verge of saying if the Chicago Cubs make the playoffs, which I think they will, if the bats of the Chicago Cubs show up in the playoffs, if they put up a few runs per game, this is a team who could very well be in the World Series. The construction of the pitching staff is incredible. They have 3 aces, and they're all extremely good so far early in the season. Assad over the last 4 games has given up just 3 runs, and he hasn't given up more than 5 hits in any of these games. Sometimes he can struggle with his control, but the Pittsburgh Pirates this season have not been a very good hitting team. He should be able to work through this team pretty easily through 5 innings. He's done it all season long. And I think Chicago Cubs will be able to put up at least a couple runs on Paul Skenes. I know it's just from a AAA to the major leagues, but it's still a monster step up for him in talent. So we're going to see what he's made of in this game. But for myself, my opinion here, I'm going to take the Cubs on the first 5 in his rookie debut. Cubs first 5 minus a half as the play. Trey, let's go with the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Andrew Vaughn here, and I'm going to take him to go under 6.5 fantasy score against the Guardians. I love this under for Vaughn in this game because, in my opinion, we're going to see him go 0-for in this one and probably cry on his way back home. I believe that for a couple reasons. The first reason is because Vaughn has not played overly great this year, in tune to a 194 batting average with 0 homers, 8 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. He's simply not made very many impact plays for the White Sox this season, and I have to expect that to continue in this game, and that's because of his matchup versus Tristan McKenzie. Yes, McKenzie, he has a little bit struggled this season, but historically he dominates this matchup because these two have faced off in 16 at-bats in their careers, And Vaughn, he's a massive 0 for 16 against McKenzie. I think we're going to see Vaughn struggle to make contact with the ball in this one, and at best, only get a single and maybe score a run and finish with 5 fantasy points. Give me Andrew Vaughn under 6.5 fantasy score against the Guardians.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play for you there. Go ahead and grab Simba for me, please. For my batting prop, I'm going to take JT Realmuto over 1.5 bases going up against the Miami Marlins. I really think that JT needed what I really think he needed was somebody to believe in him and to give him a second chance because he was lacking confidence at the plate. Right now, all he has is confidence at the plate. He's been playing very well. This has been a very good player for the Philadelphia Phillies for the last 5 seasons, and they put him towards the bottom of the lineup early on this year. And now he's hitting in the 2-hole. Part of the reason for the move up was because Trey Trends got hurt a couple weeks ago. But since JT was moved up to the lineup in the 2-hole, he's been crushing the ball. Just over the last 4 games, he's collected at least 1 hit in all those games. He's recorded 7 total hits. Looking at over the last 10 games for him, 13 total hits. He's raised his batting average 20 points. Just in the span of Trey Trends going out to him getting bumped up in the 2-hole, he's raised it 20 points. He's getting a great opportunity here. Another favorable matchup going up against Trevor Rogers, who's been horrible all season long for them, especially over the last 3 games. He's given up a ton of runs. He's given up 19 hits over the last 3 games. Rogers on the season, 43 hits over 33 innings, 6.15 ERA, a 1.72 whip. This is a great match for JT. I'm going to take him over 1.5 bases as the play. Trey, let's go to the pitching props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be going with Zack Littell. I'm going to take him to go under 2.5 earned runs allowed against the Yankees. I love this under for Littell in this game, even though he's going up against the big, bad Yankees in this one. I believe that we're going to see him hold the Yankees to a low number in this start because so far this season, Zach, he's been pretty lights out. Through his 7 starts, he has a 1-2 record with a flat 3 ERA, paired with a 1.31 whip. Littell, he's been really great at keeping the base paths clean, and I just have to expect that to continue in this one. Even though the Yankees, yes, they are ranked in the top 10 in runs per game, they only average 2.5 runs per game in the first 5 innings, which is right at this number. But I believe with Littell on the mound, we're going to see the Yankees struggle to get runs in this one. He's pitching at home. The Rays, they have a massive ballpark, so I think that this is going to be a low-scoring game. Give me Zack Littell to go under 2.5 earned runs allowed against the Yankees.
Yeah, I really like that play there. For my pitching prop, I already talked about a little bit. I'm going to take Paul Skenes of the Pittsburgh Pirates to go under his total outs as the play against the Cubs. Again, I do want to say I'm very excited for the debut of Paul. I do think he's going to be a really good pitcher in the MLB. He's been dominating AAA. I'm going to get to those stats, but again, I'm a little bit worried with the big step up in talent we're going to see, plus the nerves. If we take a look at the AAA stats, they are as good as you can get. He's got a 0.99 ERA in 7 games. He went his first 5 games in AAA without allowing a run, and then they let him go 4 innings. He gave up a run in that game. Reading multiple reports and multiple articles about Paul and the Pittsburgh Pirates, they're being very careful with his pitch count. They did let him go 6 innings in 1 game, but he only got to 80 pitches. This is the guy who has all the talent in the world. He's a perfect build for the pitcher in the MLB. He's got a lot of heat behind him. He touches 104 miles per hour on his fastball, and a lot of people think that's not even his best pitch. They're comparing him to Steven Strasburg. That's the most hype anybody's gotten since his debut for Steven Strasburg. I also saw in one of the reports that while hitting triple digits in his fastball in AAA, he's got a nasty slider, he's got a curveball, he's got a changeup, and a new pitch he's been working on called the Splinker. It's a mix between a splitter and a sinker. I'm very excited to watch him, see how he goes against the Cubs, but I do think they're not going to let him go very long in this game unless he's absolutely cooking. I do believe he's going to have a pitch count because the last thing they want to do is push him before the real start next season for his real first year with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to take the under here. We don't have a line right now. I'm assuming maybe 13.5. I don't think he's going to go past 4 innings. We'll see, though. I'm going to take Paul Skenes, though, under his total outs as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I gave out the Reds on the money line going up against the Giants. I feel like this is just an easy play. They're the better team. They're not the better pitcher. They're the better hitting team. Just sign me up for that. Also going with Andrew Vaughn under 6.5 fantasy score against the Guardians. He's 0 for 16 in his career against Tristan McKenzie. By the end of this game, he'll be 0 for 19 or 0 for 18. Regardless, he will not succeed in this one. Also gave out Zack Littell under 2.5 earned runs allowed versus the Yankees. Littell, this is a rivalry game going up against the Yankees in the pinstripes, and I think he's going to show up here and hold them to under at least 3 earned runs.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this right now. It looks like Assad got pulled. It's going to be Justin Steele. So it's another one of those aces for the Cubs. No problem here with me. I am going to take the Cubs on the money line, though, in the first 5. They're even money right now with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we should be able to get that money line at -110 tomorrow for the first 5. Give me JT Realmuto here, over 1.5 bases. Ever since he got put in the second spot in that batting lineup, he's been racking up the hits. I love him in this one against Rogers. And then again, give me Paul Skenes under outs. Excited to watch him pitch. I just don't think the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to let him wheel and deal enough. I think he's got a short leash. The last thing they want to do is get this guy hurt. So I'm going to go under his outs there. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB Picks and Props for Saturday, May 11th slate of games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,